Welcome to pitch idea of Escape Royale game mode. I'm calling it Outbreak Panic, obviously as it regards to Contagion. The idea pitch, the standard layout for Zombie Panic mode, are based on 16 to 64 players, with 1 to 4 players being a starting zombie. Now we start with a series of objectives of just trying to manually getting through the city. It's optional, you don't have to do anything, but it's just kind of to get you started. Now how I want this to start is just one giant map, and everyone starts in the same skyscraper. As the main mission starts, your character is randomized, and then you can add custom skins and whatnot to your character to give you kind of, like your own little take on it. And from there, we'll have you push out. So you'll have a minute to kind of get comfortable with where you're at. You'll be randomly kind of spawned within this building, but for the most part, you will be in the same building every time. The difference in this, though, is it's all open world in the sense that it's just a giant metropolis city. You can take the subways, you can take the monorails, you can walk through the streets, try and find a car to, fix up and just drive through, plow through all these zombies. Or you can take through the docks and try to escape by boat, try to take overpasses using rappelling, barricading, and I want the original Zombie Panic barricading system to come back. Maybe not quite as it was in Source, but in the sense that you can now grab a desk and have it block a doorway. The doors will still be breakable, and then from there you can actually move stuff to kind of block it, so you can destroy the door, but there will still be the desk, chairs, whatever you want put in there. And I want the original barricade system from Contagion back, so all windows can be boarded up. It will take a little bit longer to break through, but you can use this to your advantage to escape as a survivor. For zombies, yeah, you'll be able to break through them, but it'll take some time to get through it, so survivors will have a chance to take another route out or find another exit. So as a zombie, you'll be able to climb walls and such, so you can climb around it and find other ways in. But to your own discretion, you might end up going to a dead end, you might find something else. And the city, we want it to be kind of lively for the first 5 to 10 minutes. In this game, I want it to be at least an hour worth of gameplay, and then after that hour, the city's nuked. And that's the end game. You're trying to escape. Now, you can play 2 roles, is what I'm hoping for. You can play the survivor, and if you get out before the timer, you can come back as a zombie, or you can come back in as like the National Guard or the Marines or Army being called into action to rescue anyone. And from there, you just either escort the rest of the survivors back in with full gear, weapons, so you can better defend yourself and others, or you can just come back as a zombie and try and kill as many people as you can that haven't escaped yet. Now, the map is so big, but there are going to be some things you can use to your advantage, like the returning zombie vision. Instead of footprints, though, I want it to be like heartbeats. And what I mean by that is, whenever you're near a survivor and you have zombie vision on, you'll kind of see like a hint of red in that area of the vicinity of their heartbeat. So you can see for yourself where the survivors are located, whether it's far away or whether it's right up close. So survivors can somewhat, escape. And I want there to be like a hold breath mechanic where you can calm your heart for like a good 30 seconds, and then you kind of throw off the zombies that are looking for you. They'll kind of look in the area, and then you can deactivate and run back to whatever escape you're trying to plan for. I think this would be a pretty cool idea. And I said 64 players, and it's just if we can push it that far. This is a survival royale, kind of like a battle royale, but much, much different. Like in this case, the players that are attacking you are actually zombies. If you're a survivor, for the most part, you can't really kill each other. I want it to be that you can trap each other. You can set someone up as bait. So if you have a buddy that's outside kind of watching out, making sure the exit is clear while you guys are looking for loot, and then zombies arrive, you can lock him out. You can barricade the door, and he'll be kind of the bait to buy you time. Or you can have him come in, you guys barricade anyways and work together. It really depends. Like, you can work with randoms, or you can work with a team, and you can betray whoever. If you get attacked and infected, you'll have like at least 10 minutes, and maybe have some sort of medication that can slow it down as you progress. So maybe you can escape as long as you maintain your medications to slow down the infection rate. Otherwise, you can take hold of it and surprise your own teammates or that you're following with your squad, and attack them that way. Now, I want there to be different exits, all open, and as time progresses, all these paths are going to be closed and locked. You're not going to be able to take the same street that you just came from. You're not going to be able to go forward without having any sort of resistance, having extra zombies come in. So maybe the subway's good in one play, but the next game playthrough, it won't be. In this definitely I think is going to be pushing on for replayability because it's not a constant, you know, mission or campaign. It is a replayable mission like it was in Zombie Panic Source. You play the mission with your fellow survivors. You try to escape, and you'll have zombies out there. And you know, there's obviously going to be NPC zombies now, and I think it'd be pretty cool just to see all the amount of zombies we can have on screen at once. Especially with new engine coming, we can see where this will leave us for our kind of budget in terms of performance. But it would be nice to kind of see this, and each exit will be different every time, so you'll never have the same exact playthrough. It'll be randomized just like it is in Zombie Panic Source and in Contagion, where you'll always have a different playthrough. Different paths will open up and different other paths will close. So you have to kind of play by ear in a sense, and from there, you know, you'll have to find an exit. Now, you don't want to all go in one area because not every exit will have enough for 64 players. I want to set kind of a limit to like 16 players, at least 8 to 16 players per exit, so that way you can split off and have different groups move out. Now I do want there to be NPCs kind of running around, and as these NPCs are running around and time progresses, you'll see that these NPCs start to just become zombies again and kind of just follow you or go for the nearest humans. Obviously, the bigger the group, the more zombies are attracted to that area and move through whatever noise they're making. I want there to be a couple things where we can either move cranes around the buildings, use the monorail, repair it, and get it moving, so you can kind of, you know, buy yourself some time, or you know, find a good place to hold up until you can get an evac. You can call an evac in most places where have radio stations, so say like a stadium's there, or a giant radio station built into a skyscraper. You can go to the top with a helipad and, you know, call for evac and hold out. Now, obviously, these helicopters won't have enough room for 16. They're going to have room for maybe 4 to 5, maybe even 6, if you can squeeze it. And I think that's a pretty cool escape for there. And then they leave, and then that escape has been wasted. So now you have to go find another helipad to call a different helicopter in. And, you know, from there you can kind of see how things progress. And if you make it out by the end of the hour, of course, you're clear. You've won. You maybe get a random gift as a resort. You get like a cosmetic item. Maybe you get a hat. I survived the outbreak. On your character, and you can customize your character. That's one thing I do enjoy is, I want you to be able to customize your character to look however they want, but they're going to start out with basic clothes, and you can eventually find stuff to upgrade them. This is going to be one giant map, and eventually we could probably change it out and have another city, you know, just different, you know, location. Could be San Francisco, Portland, New York, Houston, Dallas, wherever. And that kind of works for this kind of map. It's just one map, and you're trying to escape different paths, and you can keep replaying. Weapons are going to be limited. There'll be police departments, there will be fire departments, there'll be everything that you need, and that will have items. There'll also be maybe a armory for the National Guard in the area that's kind of inside the city. You can probably loot that. You can go to gun stores and find some weapons, find some backpacks, find some armor to kind of, you know, reduce the amount of damage you're taking from zombies. But I think that'd be pretty cool. Not sure what else we can really do into this game mode, but there are initial phases. There's the panic phase, escape phase, and then the hunt phase. Now, the panic phase is when things is kind of going to hell, but you're kind of getting comfortable within that first minute or so while players are loading in. You can kind of get familiar. And then the building unlocks, you can exit, you can find different ways to go out, and, you know, maybe find teams. Maybe you guys want to go this way, this team's going that way. You guys just kind of go, or you can go it alone. Maybe you'll have a better chance because you're alone. There's no big, you know, signatures of heat kind of building up together. So maybe you'll be invisible while all the bigger groups are being targeted, you know, in a priority sense. And then that's the escape phase. And then afterwards, you join the hunt phase. This is where NPCs will no longer be available around to kind of distract zombies. They'll actually be all zombies. So you have to make sure you keep an eye out for your 6, or make sure you have alternate exits, because at this point, yeah, there won't be any NPCs that will be distracting zombies. They will all be zombies, and it'll just be the survivors left. And then you have your escape routes, as I've listed before, and you can kind of go through all of those, and maybe we can modify a few of them and see what's kind of going to happen with all those. Now, a lot of the stuff will be kind of carrying over, like all the features that we've normally had, like the zombie vision, zombies can sprint, inventory items can be carried to about 3 weapon slots for rifles, melee, sidearm. And then we have an inventory slot as well for, you know, miscellaneous stuff such as rope, barricades, bandages, pills, hammers, whatever the case may be. And then if you have backpack, obviously you can probably carry an extra set of items, or we can change that around. That's nothing set in stone. I definitely want there to be randomly generated pathways, so that way each time it's different playthrough, and that's going to be coming over from Contagion. And you, if a survivor is caught running, they will be extremely visible to zombie vision, so you want to keep it kind of to a slow jog if you can. Regular walk speed will be a jog, and then if you sprint, you'll set up a bunch of alarms for nearby zombies. They will see you. And some of the newest features I want to include are rappelling. You can find it in Rainbow Six, Tactical Intervention. It's just a really cool feature that you can have in this sort of game mode where you can kind of find another way out. Zombies are climbing the walls. You want to escape, so you just go through a rappel and you go even higher, or you can go down and try to bypass them. Obviously, the zombies are one-handed at that point. They can't really attack you, so they're going to have to find somewhere where they can find a ledge to finally hit you, so you can change your target. And maybe even have it rappelling horizontally, so you can go from one building to the next and escape, whatever horde's chasing you. And then I do want to include some driving in this, retrofitting of cars, so you can plow through zombies. Though I want it to be limited, so it's maybe every car is low on gas. You have to find gas if you really want to do this, so it's dedicating time to make sure you have an exit. And then also having portable bridges and planks that the military will little by little have on the outskirts, the perimeter of the map, so you can find those and try to escape through those. But yep, that's my game mode idea. I made this back in 2018, I want to say. That's when I wrote it down. But yeah, I would like to hear what your guys' thoughts are, and please let me know in the comments. Alright guys, this is Mike, signing off. Catch you guys later.